All right, guys, welcome back to ASD with Daniel D. That's me. I'm Daniel, and you're you, and it's very nice to meet you. Thanks for clicking. On this channel, we cover the parent's perspective on children. From my specific situation, I come at it from a lens of being a father of a child with an autism spectrum disorder. However, a lot of things that we cover on this channel are applicable to other special needs situations as well as just generalized tips. So today we have two very simple but powerful tips on how to enter the world of our children with an autism spectrum disorder. Okay, so if you're in this situation, you are always looking for a way to enter their world, because from the time of diagnosis, based on their inability to speak, how being nonverbal and no eye contact and that lack of familiarity, we're trying to find ways to connect with our children, and this is a 24/7, 365 effort. With neurotypical children, that's a very, very easy route. At least it was for me, right? Because they're born, they play sports, they graduate high school, they go do something productive, they find somebody, yada, yada, yada. And that was very easy for me to see myself in those situations because, let me think, why is it so easy for me? Oh yeah, because it mirrors my life. So it's very easy for us to see our children through our lens and our perspectives and our experiences. However, since I don't have autism, there's a lot going on that I don't understand there, so that takes extra effort. Okay, method number one, reactive integration. Okay, so in reactive integration, we're always reacting and adjusting to what they are doing, okay? It's on their schedule and the things that they do. For example, let's just say we're in like a public setting, like a grocery store or restaurant, and they're processing things the way that they process things, and you know what I'm talking about. Perhaps expressing themselves like through heightened emotion, or throwing things, or fidgeting all the time, and the socially unacceptable behaviors, and you're trying to figure out like, oh man, like trust me, I mean, come on, I've been there, right? You're in the grocery store, your kid just throws themselves down the middle of the aisle, and of course this is all kids, but it's a little extra if they have special needs, and you're just looking around and you're just petrified, right? You're the working staff is like, what's wrong with this child? What's wrong with this parent, right? It's an uncomfortable situation. However, while it is uncomfortable, it is also an opportunity, an incredible opportunity to try to enter into their world, maybe even before that happens. And be like, hey, like, are they helping us get items off the shelves? Are they helping us just do certain things? While they're dancing in aisle 4, can I go ahead and dance with them? And we can have a dance party in the middle of the grocery store, right? There's nothing wrong with that, I don't know what I'm doing right now. We're gonna call this dancing, right? But you just get right all in there, right? Don't like take 3 steps back. Oh my God, my kids, they're like, there's this camera where we go do like the self-checkout at a grocery store. And every time Josiah gets to the self-checkout, he does not want to scan groceries. He wants to stare up at the camera and do his little dance, right? So I've got 2 choices, right? I can be like, hey dude, stop dancing in the middle of the aisle. Or I can put some structure and be like, hey, help daddy load, and then we'll dance for a little bit, right? So you can always have those negotiations and sort of see how that goes. Now, I wonder if there's an illustration that might be able to drive this point home.
Hey, look everybody, Billy peed his pants.
Of course I peed my pants. Everybody my age pees their pants. It's the coolest.
Ernie pees pants too. All right.
Okay, method number 2, proactive integration. Okay, proactive integration, exactly as it sounds, is on our terms and schedules as the parent, to where we are setting the pace and we are setting the cadence and we are setting those types of activities that we can set up to try to enter into what they are doing. This requires 100% focused, undivided attention on our part, right? So we've got to just put away all the noise from work or whatever we're trying to do this week and just completely focus on this child and try to set up that environment. So if it's like a board game, once my son was old enough to sort of start to understand like, Candyland and different things like that, I would, sort of structure that time and play with them, but also make it hyper interactive, like mess up the rules, like draw the card with 2 green boxes and I would go like 3 green boxes or 1 green box. a way to sort of interact with them and have some fun, but also try to create some interaction as well. And so songs and music played a big role here for me as well. So if my son starts singing Bohemian Rhapsody or Metallica or something like that, which is what he's into, you know, hey, put my foot on the chair, grab my little air guitar, you know, get after it a little bit with them, you know, see what I can do, anything and everything it takes. And then in those situations, say like with the toy lineup situation earlier, it's possible that I can maybe start to play with the toys appropriately and show him how those toys work. Now, it might not work, and I can tell you right now that a lot of times it did not work. I would take the train and I would start to like put it on a track, like choo-choo, like it's supposed to, and he would snatch it out of my hand and put it back in line. Because trains are not supposed to move, they're supposed to be in one line. So obviously it's not always effective, but it doesn't matter. Even though he eliminated the functional part of that train and put it back in line to a non-functional part, we connected. And that is what we want as many times as possible, the connection. All right, that's it. 2 very simple, effective, but powerful points. We've got 2 ways to enter into their world. We have reactive integration and proactive integration. Thanks for clicking. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you watching. If you have any comments, leave them below. Hit the thumbs up button. Share it with anybody you feel like the content is appropriate for, and I will see you on the next video.